Well, there is a group that describes itself as the nation's largest dropout prevention organization. They are called Communities in Schools, and they are making a positive difference in about 27 states across the country, including right here in New Mexico. Currently, they are working in some of Santa Fe's lowest performing schools. And joining me now is the Executive Director of Communities in Schools of New Mexico, Julia Burgin. Thank you so much for coming in, Julia.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Lovely to be here.
Thank you. You know, it's such an important issue here in New Mexico as the dropout rate, unfortunately, is so high. Can you tell us a little bit more about this program?
Yes, of course. Communities in Schools, as you said, is a national network, and there are 27 affiliates across the country. New Mexico is the 27th. We became established a year ago in Santa Fe as a result of an already existing Santa Fe-based organization joining forces with Communities in Schools. So we've had a strong local presence in Santa Fe, providing wraparound service supports to high-need children and their families.
And what are some of the schools in Santa Fe?
Currently, we're in 5 schools. We're in 1 high school, 2 middle schools, and 3 elementary schools. What we do is surround students with all of the supports and resources that the schools themselves shouldn't be having to provide and can't provide. So all of those non-academic supports, typically that tie to things like homelessness, poverty, basic needs supports, we help to bring to the student in the school to ensure that their lives are more stabilized so that they can actually
It's so sad that we have to, I'm sorry not to interrupt you, but it's so sad that we even have to try to provide these sorts of resources to our children. Can you break it down and give us some examples of some of the resources that are?
Sure, and one of the things that is really important for people to understand is that poverty is becoming one of the leading direct correlatives that are undermining a student's ability to succeed in school. And New Mexico has the unfortunate distinction of being the 50th worst state for child welfare and well-being, as well as education and health care. So we're facing some critical challenges in our state as well across the country. What Communities in Schools does is bring services to the highest need children in a school. And if, for example, a child is homeless, we connect that child and his or her family to the right resources so that homelessness ceases to be the issue undermining the stability in that child's life. It can be anything from food distribution, support, clothing, access to medical care, access to behavioral health supports, whatever are the challenges that the child is facing.
Sometimes it's just the very basic needs.
Exactly.
Really. And how is Community in Schools funded?
We're funded primarily privately by private foundations and individuals, and with a little bit of public support. But each affiliate within the Communities in Schools network is required to raise all of their own funding. So right now we're grateful for local, regional, and some national support, but we're always looking for new sources of revenue and are striving to really ensure that we can sustain our work for the long term because the need is so great.
The need is so great, and it is so important to help our youth. By the way, folks, get involved. I mean, if you can make a difference, this is one organization you can give to. We do have a link on our website set up for you at home to donate to Communities in Schools if you would like to. Please head to CASA.com, just click under CASA blog. Thank you, Julia, for coming in and talking to us about Communities in School. Only 1 year so far.
1 year
here in New Mexico.
And by February, we'll be serving approximately 4,500 children and youth in Santa Fe.
4,500 children. Yeah. Wow. Well, great work. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
All right.